What is going on, guys? My name's Brian and welcome back to the Game Shower, where we like to shower you with gaming news, reviews, and unboxings. And today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake and a few leaks that I found online. I'm not going to lie, guys, I found this on Soldier First Class Twitter as someone tagged them on it, and I went sneaking around to peek what it is. So I'm going to give you some of the information that I found from this post. And I'll link Soldier First Class and the post that I saw on the comment section down below, and I'll also post a picture right here for you guys. Please keep in mind that these leaks aren't confirmed, and take it with a grain of salt everything I'm about to tell you. Nothing's going to be confirmed until June, when Square Enix have their presentation and give us more information on Final Fantasy VII Remake. So let's get down to these leaks. So this leak is actually from a podcast that was posted on Reddit, and it comes from a user known as El Segundo SE Branch. So the information I'm going to give you again, guys, take it with a grain of salt. It might not be true, but if it is, just imagine. To start, the leak does confirm that Final Fantasy VII Remake will be split into two parts, just like the original in the PlayStation 1 Classic. The leak states that part 1 ends exactly as Aerith is laid down into the water and it fades to black. I believe that this part of the leak is true for the simple fact that in the original, that's exactly how it ended, as Aerith died, and gives you something to fall back on. Knowing that Square Enix is going to release this game in two parts, it gives you kind of a cliffhanger, even though for those who played the original, they actually know what exactly happens. The leak then continues by stating Materia is shown in almost all weapons. They do not appear as accessories, nor do accessories appear on your character model. Different weapons will, however, appear on your model. For example, rune blades will be on Cloud's back if equipped and exploring. I'm glad to hear this part of the leak because it shows that Materia still is going to be a thing for the Final Fantasy Remake, and I honestly can't wait to see what combinations you could do with the Materia and what it would do to your character as far as with their stats and also with their appearance. Being that they're saying that not all Materia will show, what does that mean? Like, which material will show then? That sounds a little interesting to me, and I just can't wait to see what they're going to throw on Final Fantasy VII Remake. The leak continues by stating different weapons have different triangle heavy hits, which does not cause any ATB charge. You use these heavy hits after a string of regular hits. Regular hits are chip damage, and the main damage will be from heavy combo finishers and of course your massive limit breakers. So what they meant by this over here by triangle heavy was, you remember the triangle button that we thought was the limit button? That might actually be a triangle heavy hit, which could be used to finish off a combo. So the ATB bar was those bars that were under the HP, and they're gonna cost you a few. And I continue reading this leak, and it says using magic will consume ATB along with MP. You get more bars as the game progresses, which honestly I would hope so, because you're telling me if I use a combo finisher, it uses an ATB bar. If I use magic such as to heal myself, or fire or lightning or anything like that, it uses an ATB bar. From what we saw from the trailer, there was only 2 right in the beginning, and with only 2, I feel like I'll run out right away. But with the pace that the battle is going to be, one can imagine that, you know, the ATB bar will fill up fast. And as the leak just finished saying, as we progress through the story, we'll get more ATB bars for more heavier combos. And I can imagine also, the heavier the combo or the stronger the magic, the more ATB bar that's going to be used to allow your character to use this kind of attack or magic. The leak then continues by stating summons will work for the most part as a cutscene like the original, and they do not fight with you on the field. There's also one new summon called Amarok, and appears to be a wolf and causes darkness in addition to damage. I will not hold this to something that may or may not be true, just for the simple fact that this is a remake, so it doesn't have to be true completely to the original. We could expect new summons to give it something new that people could look forward to playing the game. Something that would give people a spark to want to figure out what is new in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Also, the fact that it's just one summon in the leak doesn't mean it's only going to be one. There could possibly be a whole bunch of new summons coming out in the game that we haven't heard of, and I don't think that we're going to see anything about new summons at this year's E3, but I do expect for people who play the game to its completion, and also that there might be a way to unlock additional summons with DLCs and post content, and also just doing side missions along with the story. The leak continues. Overworld map is almost seamless. There are some zones. There will be roads and methods of transportation. It is an open world. Vehicles like the tiny Bronco work almost exactly the same, only being able to go in lighter water. There will also be items available occasionally on the field. Chocobos will of course be obtainable after the farm. Honestly, this is one of the things that I'm looking most forward to when playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I cannot wait to see how Square Enix incorporates the vehicle with the exploration and how beautiful everything's going to look compared to the 90s graphics. Because nowadays, in the age of gaming that we are, everything just looked aesthetically gorgeous. I just cannot wait to see what Square Enix puts for us, guys. And I don't know if you guys are excited as I am. I'm just at loss for words. Like, imagine these vehicles, guys. Like, in the 90s, this was something that was amazing. This was something that was like, wow, look at that. And now, with the graphics that we have now in today's age of gaming, we're in for a treat, guys. I cannot wait for the release of this game. Moving on, the leak continues by stating they have really made an effort to make each town feel lived in and feel like there is a reason why each place is like the way it is. Each town is very unique from the last. Cosmo Canyon and its occasional dust storms, and the stark contrast of the streets of Midgard. Upper Ju-on feels very much more like a military installation than Midgard as well. From what we've seen in the trailers, these areas are going to be massive, and I cannot wait to explore each one of them because I can tell they're going to add some diversity and some difference in every environment to give you a sense of feel that you're in a different town, to give you a sense of feeling that you're not in the same areas before and you're not just repeating the process that you did before. It's giving you something new and giving you a story to the town that gives you some kind of background to understanding the story of Final Fantasy VII. The leak continues by stating Sephiroth is very limited in what is shown of him until the calm flashbacks. Before this, you only hear his voice or see a glimpse of him during Cloud's breakdowns. So good old poor Cloud, we get to see him break down in 4K now, guys. I can't wait to see that. Leak continues, the HP shown during the state of play is not indicating of what their HP should or would normally be during those times. Meaning, so you know, there are certain points where we saw they were in the beginning of the game and they had about 2000 HP. So those numbers were just generic numbers for the trailer. So it's most likely trying to say that don't expect to have that much HP that early on the game. And if you made it to this part of the video, guys, this is where the leak gets juicy. This part I honestly believe is true. I don't believe this is a fake part of the leak. I don't know if any of the other parts are 100% true, but I believe this part is 100% true. Okay, let me have a little bit of doubt. I believe this is 99% true. Give it 1% of doubt, I guess. So this part of the leak states there will be demos on the game floor with PSN demos following shortly after the people at home directly after E3. Let me tell you guys something. I believe that they're going to do this just to build the hype for the game. So at E3, I believe they're gonna have the demo out just like they did with Kingdom Hearts, and they're gonna let people get to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So this part of the leak is a little tricky where it said that it's going to come out on the PSN as a demo. I hope they do this because they didn't do it at all with Kingdom Hearts 3. So if they do this, this will be amazing because I think they should, for the simple fact that people who wanted this remake for Final Fantasy VII Remake are complaining that the battle system is like Final Fantasy 15, and they're also complaining that it doesn't have the classic turn-based from Final Fantasy VII that everyone fell in love with. For this reason, I can actually see the demo coming to the PSN because it's like Square Enix is saying, hey, we heard you complaining about the battle system not being turn-based. Try it out, and if you like it, buy it from us for 60 bucks, and if you don't like it, hey, it was a free trial. Oh, and by the way, the leak does state PlayStation Plus is required, so this honestly will actually even be a good marketing skill for Sony to sell PlayStation Plus to people. Currently, my PlayStation Plus is expired right now, and honestly, if this demo is real, that would be a really good reason to kick back my PlayStation Plus account. Continuing with the link, monster redesigns for a lot of the enemies, but most will remain recognizable. Some do not make an appearance. For example, there were no ghost enemies in the train yard. The Shinra headquarters won't have quite as many floors to explore, but more to do on the floors you do get to, so you still feels like you're fighting through a lot to get to the top. The design for Tifa is also true to the original outfit. Her face appears to be most similar to her Advent Child design, but slightly more Western. Materia also shows up on her gloves. I'm working on a separate video honestly about that, because I do believe that Tifa is going to be revealed at E3, and I got more information about that for you guys in the next video, so remember to subscribe to get a view of that video as I release it in the next couple of days. Continuing with the leak, Kai Sif seems to be pronounced Kif Sif, but has undergone no major design overhaul. His fighting style is more close up and does have his bars for his limit break. Golden Saucer will have some games that are not playable yet because they are essentially replaying a part of a later story mission. Some will be playable right when you arrive. They wanted to feel more grand and provide a break from the main story beats, while still eventually having it incorporated into the story later on. Red 13 has clones Cobalt 14 and Indigo 15 you must fight before he joins your party in Shinra headquarters. I don't recall playing this in the original, so this is something new that they're adding to the remake, and honestly they do need to add a few new things just to give the game a new feel. So let me just finish off the leaks, guys, and then I'll give you my opinions. Sid does not appear to be smoking, but you see evidence that he does. He is clearly upset with Shira, but toned down the aggressiveness as they felt it was unnecessary. Honestly, if you remember this from the original, it was a little unnecessary. It was like, why is he so mean? Anyways, continuing on, Yuffie and Vincent are no longer optional. You can miss them up until a certain point when they become mandatory to get. You automatically get Yuffie if you haven't got her before Rocket Town, for example. Cloud will have a dress and a wig in one particular scene, but it fades to black getting in and out of it. There's also some squatting mini games that return, and then it ends with, of course, the price point being at $59.99. By the way, this was in a comment section of a Reddit post posted by Mr. Nipa. He finished off his comment by stating signals have gone out to retailers who prepare for pre-orders, which we can see that that's true because GameStop has started their pre-orders. He then states, if it's fake, he did his homework. Even the new summons make a lot of sense. Amarok is a gigantic wolf from its Inuit mythology. Cloud's Fenrir emblem from AC. Final Fantasy VII doesn't have a Fenrir as an enemy, so I could see them adding a wolf-like summon based on a Fenrir emblem. Causes darkness in addition to damage. Well, the name of the alpha is Cloudy Wolf. I can kind of see how Cloudy and the status even affects darkness could be related. Anyways, no idea if it's real or fake. At least it's a well-thought leak if nothing else. As I would like to agree with Mr. Nipa, this does sound true. This leak sounds so good, guys. But as with many other leaks, it could be too good to be true. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys feel that it's real, or have you seen other leaks potentially that it's similar to this leak? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and just a little update, I'm going to be talking mostly right now on the channel about Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII remakes for a while, because that is the content that I have a lot of information I want to share with you guys. So subscribe if you're looking for more information on Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake. To end this video, I want to give another shout out to Soldier First Class. I shouted you out, brother, in my other video, and I want to give you another shout out in this video because I got that leak and that information from a tweet that somebody tweeted to you on your page that I saw on Twitter. So I'm not gonna lie, like, I found this information on my own. Shout out to you, Soldier First Class, because I did find this information, like I said, on a tweet that was on your page. As I mentioned in the other video, guys, shout out to Soldier First Class. Check out his channel. He does amazing content. He knows his shit about Final Fantasy, honestly, guys. So check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel if you're not subscribed. And I'll catch you in the other video, guys. We're going to be talking about Tifa. Again, guys, like and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been the Game Shower, where we just showered you with Final Fantasy VII Remake news.